Hey everyone, David Bourne here, and just when I thought we were winding down with the Born to License podcast for the year, here I am dropping another emergency episode. And when I say emergency, I mean it, because what just dropped could reshape the entire entertainment industry. Disney has just invested $1 billion in OpenAI. Let that sink in for a moment. $1 billion. But here's what makes this absolutely wild. Just a few months ago, Disney was suing AI companies for unauthorized use of their intellectual property. And now they're all in. Over 200 Disney characters, we're talking Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, the crown jewels of their IP portfolio, are now going to be available for AI-generated content through OpenAI's Sora platform. And Disney Plus will actually host these fan-created AI-generated videos. This is more than just a big tech deal. This is the entertainment industry's permission slip to embrace AI. And if you work in entertainment, and that includes those in licensing, it is going to have an impact. So let's break down what this actually means. So first, let's talk about what actually happened here. Disney invested $1 billion in OpenAI. That's the company behind ChatGPT and the AI video generation tool called Sora. As part of this deal, more than 200 Disney-owned characters spanning Marvel, Star Wars, and Pixar will be made available for fans to create short-term video content using Sora's AI capabilities. And these fan-created videos will be hosted directly on Disney+. So we're talking about videos with characters like Spider-Man, Darth Vader, and the Toy Story gang, for example. Now, Disney hasn't released specific detail just yet, but we do know there's a joint steering committee that will monitor user-generated content and review specific use cases where Disney won't allow their characters to be used. So there are some guardrails. There's some governance. But make no mistake, this is a massive opening of the IP vault. And here's the part that I think is really interesting. Earlier this year, Disney sued another AI company, Midjourney, for using their intellectual property without permission. They were in full protection mode. Legal teams activated. The message was clear. Don't touch our IP. That was then, and now, months later, they've done a complete 180. They're not just allowing AI use of their characters, they're investing $1 billion to make it happen. So what's changed? I think personally what we're seeing here is a bit of an admission, an acknowledgement that AI is moving so quickly, evolving so rapidly, that Disney characters were going to be used in AI applications whether Disney liked it or not. It was turning into a whack-a-mole situation, and eventually Disney wouldn't have the legal bandwidth to chase down every infringement. And when you can't stop something, when resistance becomes impossible, you have to pivot, you have to monetize, you have to control, and you have to profit from it. Disney looked at the landscape and said, if this is inevitable, we need to be at the table. We need to have a say in how this happens. And that decision, that pivot from litigation to integration is what has changed everything. Because here is what we all need to understand. Disney just gave permission to the entire industry to embrace AI. Now, I don't mean they literally gave permission. Obviously, every company makes their own decisions. But Disney is the 800-pound gorilla in the entertainment and licensing world. When Disney moves, the industry watches. When Disney adopts a strategy, competitors take note. And when Disney goes all in on something, it becomes legitimized. Think about streaming, for example. When Disney announced Disney Plus and committed billions to direct-to-consumer streaming, what happened? Warner Brothers accelerated HBO Max, Paramount launched Paramount Plus, NBC Universal went all in on Peacock. Disney's move validated the strategy for everyone else. Disney is the industry bellwether, and right now, every major IP owner, Warner Brothers Discovery, Paramount, NBC Universal, Hasbro, Mattel, Lego, I bet they're all watching this Disney OpenAI deal and are no doubt having urgent meetings to decide on what their next moves need to be. Because if Disney's in, the question for everyone else isn't, should we explore AI? The question is, how fast can we catch up? And I would be shocked, genuinely shocked, if we don't see similar announcements from major IP owners within the next 6 months. The race is on, and nobody wants to be left behind while Disney and OpenAI establish the standard for how AI-generated content works with licensed IP. This is a really big moment. Remember when ChatGPT launched and within weeks, every company was scrambling to figure out their AI strategy? That's sort of where we are right now. The conversation just shifted from if to how, and it shifted really quickly. In the new year, I want to dive deeper into how AI will shape the licensing industry specifically. Now that Disney is embracing AI, I feel like there's areas like asset creation, product development processes, contracting could be completely transformed through AI. So let's talk predictions about what happens here. In the next 6 months, I expect to see major announcements from other IP owners, Warner Bros. Discovery, for example. I'd be surprised if they're not already in conversations with AI platforms. Let's not forget that Netflix or Paramount will be buying Warner Bros. Discovery, so there's a lot going on there. But whoever ends up buying it will probably embrace AI too, as will all other rights holders. The competitive pressure is too intense for them to just wait and see. They have to respond. So here's my bottom line. Disney's billion-dollar investment in OpenAI is a watershed moment for the entertainment industry. If the entertainment industry and the licensing industry now has permission to embrace AI, it could completely reshape our industry. On my previous podcast about the fight for Warner Brothers, I encouraged you all to buckle up. With this news, I think you might need to buckle up even tighter. I'm going to continue covering this story closely as more announcements come out, as we learn more about how these partnerships actually function, as we see the first products hit the market. I'll do my best to break it down here on the Born to License podcast. If this episode was valuable to you, please share it with your licensing colleagues. This is a conversation the entire industry needs to be having. And hey, if you work at a major IP owner and you're navigating AI strategy right now, feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear your perspective for a future episode. Thanks for listening. I'm David Bourne, and this has been another episode of Born to License.